He swam down the Big River, past Lakes Goworth and Blackshear, and stopped at Middle Flint watershed. At 32 degrees and 84 degrees, little Fred felt right at home. This little guy was so happy, and honestly, who wouldn't be with tons of acres all his own? Little Fred lived in Middle Flint watershed. Little Fred played all day till he hit his bed. Little Fred loved that watershed. If you take a peek, you will surely see Kinchafuni Muckalee downstream, and seeing as it's Middle Flint, we must assume to some extent that we'll find Upper Flint upstream. So now you know just where it's at. The time has come to tell you that two kinds of rock are in Fred's home. Crystalline is in the north, sediment trees in the south, all into soils are major soils. Little Fred lived in Middle Flint watershed. Little Fred played all day till he hit his bed. Little Fred loved that watershed. Besides Fred and friends like crayfish and bass, Middle Flint is home to vegetation. White cedar, corkwood, needle palm, all deserve decent sanitation. Residing o'er Middle Flint, and others who call it home, are government agencies, farmers and people with land they call their own. These stakeholders use Middle Flint for agricultural and urban use, dairy, crops, and industry. 349 miles of overuse. Unfortunately, there seems to be some problems with this watershed. Dissolved oxygen, sinking sediments, lead, pH, and fecal coliform. Pollution has hurt and stressed Middle Flint. Point-on-point stressors are in store. Natural lands are converted, wetlands are perverted, water quality decreases some more. Little Fred lives in Middle Flint watershed. Little Fred can't play without fear, he'll end up dead. Little Fred still loves that watershed. And poor little Fred with 0.5% water stress deals with wastewater discharge. What a mess, but you can rest assured his life can be restored. River basin management has a plan, with acts addressing quality control and regulation. State and federal laws take a stand.